A pigment XP farm that requires no redstone and gives you lots of levels. Hey guys, it's Chad. You may have seen some zombie pigman farms on YouTube or on the Minecraft server that I play on that give insane amounts of XP and items. Now, these were a little bit complicated to build, not so much in the base mechanic that pigmen would fall and die and give you XP, but in the redstone that you needed to bring the XP back to you. That original design was by Snow Crash. Then Sensational Gaming made a modification that requires no redstone at all, uses max entity cramming as a technique to kill the pigmen, but still give you all of the items and, of course, that sweet, sweet XP. So let's build it.
So here we are inside of Minecraft, and you can see that it has already been created. I just want to show you what this does. First, all you have to do is aggro a pigman, and they come towards you this way, and you can see that they start taking damage. Of course, the volume of the pigman has been turned way down because it gets really, really, really loud when they're all in there. And just for a few seconds, this has been running, and you can see my levels are going up a lot. We started at very, very close to 0 levels. And more pigmen will spawn. That guy's just a itty bitty bit outside of the radius. And they will come in here and start to take damage. Now, something that is incredibly cool, oh my gosh, you can see all the experience that I was trying to take away from myself, is that there is nothing to actually hurt these guys. The only thing that we are using to make these guys die is max entity cramming. Now, by default, max entity cramming is set to 24, and you need to know what the max entity cramming is on the server that you're running on if you are on a server. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is type out game rule and then start typing out max entity cramming. You can see it right there. And if you're in a single player, or you have commands, or you have access to the server, 24 is what we are setting ours at. If for some reason yours is different, or you find out from a server admin or whatever that it's maybe set lower, you can do this just the same, or maybe it's set higher, but you need more minecarts later on. So let's get to how we build this entire thing right now. So I have mentioned max entity cramming a few times already, but I want to make sure that people understand what I am saying when I say max entity cramming. There is a rule on Minecraft servers and single player that the game cannot have more than a certain number of items or entities in one block area. So we have this single creeper, and if I put 24 other creepers in here with him. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Well, they're all okay. But the moment that I add a 25th creeper, because the max entity cramming is set to 24 by default, then a lot of these creepers are going to start taking damage until one of them dies. So you can see that they're all taking damage, and then one creeper died, and now we're all back to good tidings. If I add another creeper, one dies almost immediately because there's already at very low health. If I add another, and another, and another, and another, and another. Now, this also works with other entities in the game. So it would work with Minecraft Rail, or sorry, not Rail, with a minecart as well. So if we were to take a minecart and put, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26. Well, the minecarts are desspawning. And if we tried to put down creepers on here, whoops, I gotta put him. This ain't working so great. But we can pull it off this way. Then they would start to die because the other entities, the minecart entities, are taking up the space. So no creepers can live. And you can even see that these creepers that are dying, they are dropping items. There is some of their items right there. So that is the technique that we're using to pull off this redstone-less creation. Goodbye, minecarts. Now, the first thing that you need is building blocks, and I'm using diamond here because I'm in creative, so I can use any building block that I need. You need to get to the top of the nether, which is where we are right now, which is actually not a very difficult thing to do. All you have to do is dig up once you're inside of the nether and get to the layer of bedrock that is at the top of the nether. Now you might be thinking, well, Chad, you're in creative mode. This is so easy. Well, you can actually use ender pearls to get to this top layer pretty easily. The reason that we want that is because we still have, I believe it's 128 blocks that you can build up in the nether. And the further away that you get from that bedrock down there, the further away you get from other animals spawning, other mobs spawning. So as we get far away, your chance that you'll be able to spawn mobs exactly where you want increases. So we're just building all the way up. We're going to get to build limit, and you will see something right above my, there you go, the tool tray that says height limit for building is 256 blocks. So there we are at the top. Once you reach the top, and by the way, this can be done in survival, okay? You don't have to be in crazy creative mode like me. Once you're at the top, you are going to need to create a ceiling so that ghasts will not spawn. And this can be made out of glass, or it can be made out of half slabs, which may be easier for you to get if you're in survival mode. Now, make sure that the half slabs are the bottom half slabs, not the top half slabs, okay? You can't be doing that because then things are going to spawn on the top anyway. So either do bottom half slabs or glass. I'm going to make mine out of glass. Now, what you need to do is come out a lot of blocks here. We are coming out 31 blocks, ignoring the center block. So a radius of 32, including the center block. But if you just want to count out from the center, 1, 2, 3, like that, you're going to hit 31 blocks. Now, I am going to use a technique that I showed off in a previous episode of OMGcraft called How to Make Circles with One Command. And I'm going to use the function that I showed off in that episode to make a circle. And if I do, it needs to be 32 radius. If I do a radius of 33, the circle function is a little bit weird, and it kind of adds this like little thing, and then it makes it look a lot better. So then I can just do that, and I can change the number and continue to fill this in real fast. So if you're like me and you have commands on your server and you want to look back at that episode and do functions, well, you can create the glass like that, or go ahead and look up a circle calculator. And remember that your radius will be the 33 and 63 would be your diameter, and then you will create a circle like that, and just fill all of this in, or you could do it by hand if you wanted to. Once that is finished and you have all of the glass or slabs down, depending on what you wanted to make, go ahead and bring your center pillar down so that you have a 2 high gap. So if you were sitting there at the top, you're going to break down 3. So if you're at the very top, 1, 2, 3, that way you have a 2 high gap to work within. Then you're going to go out 15 blocks, 16 if you count the center one. Now that you have made that, you're going to make your circle with a 31 diameter. And go ahead and build that out all the way to the edge that you built this circle to. Oh, and don't make it in glass. I just doing glass just to test it out. Make it in a solid block that things are going to spawn on, like diamond. I suggest you use diamond. Once you have done that, things will start to spawn on the top of your solid blocks. So just be aware that things will start spawning. Now you are going to make 2 more layers. These are basically your spawn platforms. So you're going to want to build another one 2 blocks down, or 3 if you count the floor, and then another one 2 blocks down, just like that. That way you will have a total of 3 spawning levels. Once you have completed your levels, your spawn levels, obviously there's more spawning right now. We probably hit the cap of entities, but there are still a few spawning on the bottom, but they spawn on the top just because they were there. You are going to have to choose a side. It doesn't matter which one you choose, but the idea is that this will be opposite the side that you are going to build your killing chamber from. The opposite side, you need to destroy the blocks right here all the way back. Oh, sorry, Pigman, you're in the way. All the way back until you only have a 3 wide walkway. And you're doing that so that the pigmen don't get focused on you on this side and don't walk around to the other side. You could do this also. Hopefully you haven't built all the platforms yet if you're doing this in survival. You can also do this, of course, when you're building your platform, just to leave this open so that you didn't have to put down the blocks in the first place. Now, on the other side of the gap that you created, find the center block that lines up with your pillar in the middle platform and build that out. You're going to want to build that out about 6 blocks and make sure that it is at least 3 wide. Now we're going to create the glass enclosure for these guys. So all we're going to have to do is make sure that we have a glass trough on either side like this. And this is going to go all the way up to the top of your ceiling there on both sides. So fill that all out. And then you're also going to, 2 blocks back, build another all the way up to the top. So let me build that real fast. Next, you're going to want to create some stairs for your pigmen to walk up. So you're just going to place down some just solid blocks and put down 3 sets of stairs on either side. And they're going to walk up those stairs to die. And then you're going to need to grab a trapdoor and place it on those blocks and then close the doors just like that. You can also, at this point, go ahead and build your stairway, for the pigmen to come up from the bottom level. You're going to want to see this this center trough thing go back 2 blocks from the edge, and then actually, we're going to leave that one. And then on either side, sorry, pigman, you're going to get out of my way. You're going to build a 3x4. So 4 on either side and 3 deep. And that is made that way just so that you can create a stairway up. And you can either do this with stairs or just the normal blocks. They will be able to hop up there. I find that stairs tend to be a little bit more efficient. And so we're just going to put these down just like that. You can also create a little way that they don't get distracted just by kind of building this like such so that they don't start to look at you from this side. Don't look at me, you little pigman. So they don't look at you and get distracted away from walking up these stairs and then to the death troughs. Next, we are going to build where they actually die. The first 2 things that you may want to put down are your hoppers. So you're going to put down a hopper here and a hopper here. These right now are poking into these blocks. So if you would want your hoppers to go anywhere, like I have mine on the other build that we showed off at the beginning, make sure that they're always pointing into the blocks that you want them to. It's also a good idea to have 2 hoppers in front pointing into these hoppers to go down to catch items. Now you're also going to want to build out your glass just a bit, just like so. And then we are going to want to put down trap doors on the entire front of this, and I like to put them on the bottom part of the block, on all of these blocks. So we're just going to create a wall of trapdoors here on the bottom half of all these blocks, and it needs to go all the way up, all the way to the top, so that we don't get any babies jumping out of our death tunnels. Next, once you have that built, you're going to need to get a few things from the transportation tab. A minecart with a hopper in it, and you're going to need, if your max entity cramming is at 24, you're going to need 22 normal minecarts per side, and also go ahead and get a rail. The idea here is that we are going to put down a rail on that back hopper back there. We're going to have to temporarily remove this block, put down 1 minecart with a hopper, and then selecting the rail, you can see that the hitbox hits the rail only. We're going to put down 22 normal minecarts. So we'll have 1 hopper, 22 minecarts. That means that 1 pigman can be in this area, and then the second one that joins him will die. Well, the game will start to deal damage to that pigman, and he will die without anything affecting him. You don't have to crush him. You don't have to prick him to death. You don't have to lava him to death. So we're going to count out 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22. Okay, once that's done, remove the rail, boop, and they will move just slightly, and we're going to do that on both sides. So put down your thing, and then your hopper, and then select the thing, and put down 22. And that is basically it. Now you will want to, you'll want to connect this up with ladders or whatever, and also change your hopper situation to suit your needs. So if you want these hoppers to, a good idea would be to let me get a chest. Let me get some more hoppers, is to have a line of chests, something like this. We could even do double chests there. Oh, that one's not going to be able to open because it's hitting the top. Have them point into these chests, and then have those hoppers point into these hoppers right here. And now everything should work out. And this is complete. Give yourself something to hurt the pigmen with. That could be anything from snowballs to arrows, bows, and arrows. So let's switch into game mode 0 and check this out. Oh, I'm not in game mode. Wait, game rule. Okay, 1 second. And there we go. They're already mad. You can see that the max entity cramming is killing these zombies immediately. And hopefully all of the zombies are fitting into the troughs. They're falling down. You can see my XP is already going up. We started out at 25, so we're already getting some. And the zombies are coming this way. Now, I have noticed that sometimes if you stand too far back, they get hung up on some of these corners right here, so you have to walk right up to them. And they won't stop in that little area. They'll make sure to keep coming. I mean, just while talking, I've gained 15 levels from level 25. The other cool thing is that all of the items are being stored as well. So let's switch into creative mode, and you can see all of the items. Of course, you could sort these. I have a nice video on how to sort items on the channel, and of course, all of the XP as well. And that is it for this build.
This is an absolutely insane build. Big thank you to Sensational Gaming for creating this new redstone creation, and then of course to Snow Crash for creating the very first pigman grinder. There is also an option for building this without using the max entity cramming that we showed off in this video. Please check out Sensational Gaming's video down in the description below to see how to do that. And I mean, you should really just click and see that anyway. Give the man props for coming up with this no redstone build. Thanks so much for watching this episode of OMGcraft. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you next time on OMGcraft. Bye!